This is second year. So first year you learn, like you said, you listen and you learn a lot. And true story, at the end of that year, while we had moved the needle some, I knew that there was more work to do.
Sure.
And I sat there with my leadership team of my assistant principals. And I said, I think we did it all wrong. And they're like, what are you talking about, Rose? And I said, we need to move the committees, the professional learning. We need to move all of it to the teachers. And so that summer we had our leadership retreat, which is our department heads.
Okay.
They come over and we put charts all around the room, and it had all of our big rocks, that we do, like family engagement, discipline, professional learning. And then we just had conversations, kind of like a SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and said what's working for us and what's not working for us, and kind of let them come to their realization. And at that time, they had questions like, are you really going to trust us for the decision-making process? If we bring forth this idea, can we really run with it? And so we talked about the guardrails or the parameters, like everybody has a budget, so stay within your budget.
Sure.
Check the calendar. I still need to approve the calendar, as a principal. So once we worked through those questions, then they became believers of, okay, we really do have some authority here and autonomy to make some decisions. They went way beyond what I ever would have imagined ever.
Wow.
I mean, I actually, as a superintendent now, it's the same way I coach my principals, turn it over to the teachers, because they're going to make it so much better through their lens, and they excelled. They created family engagement nights that I just never knew surpassed any of what my expectations were.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Rose, so one of the things that we see about transformational leaders, and we use that term with the expectation that it's sustained, that the leader can leave and the transformation is sustained. And it
has sustained.
It has sustained.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's incredible. It makes my heart very, very happy.
Yeah. Can you tell me about a story about one particular person that really touches you there, and just what experience they went through?
Yeah. As far as the teachers?
Yeah. A teacher, a student,
so
parent.
This is a true story too. And,
only tell true stories.
Yeah. This is it's an incredible true story, because she's still there and still making such a tremendous impact. And her name is Dana Linebacker. She was a 6th grade math teacher when I got there as a principal. And she was doing such incredible work in her classroom. Everything that you want to see: small group instructions, high student engagement, working with them on behaviors, putting that response to intervention in. And I said to her, Dana, I really want you to share this with the staff. We were trying to transform our faculty meetings to be more professional learning opportunities. And if we could send it in an email, that wasn't in our faculty meeting. We wanted it where it was an opportunity for teachers to learn. And she said, Ms. Pearson, I just don't want to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I feel like I'm going to have a target on my back. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she said, I'm afraid that if I tell, what I'm doing here, other teachers are going to be like, you're going to make us have to work harder, So it was really changing that culture, right? To honing your craft and that professional learning for teachers. Well, long story short, she became a leader in our AVID teacher leadership team. Wow. And now, so many years later, she works at the district level and supports the entire district with AVID and other instructional approaches. So from going from that teacher who was just not sure and didn't have the confidence to now being a leader in the district as a coordinator overseeing instructional work. I mean, I think it talks to what the power is with teacher voice.